This morning for our mental health on AM Buffalo, it is President and CEO of Best Self Behavioral Health, Elizabeth WOIKE-GANGA. Welcome, and thank you for being here.
Thanks so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Humans are going through some stuff right now, and the pressure just doesn't really, it's just that constant stress that we've been going through, and it's well known that we do have mental health stresses on us right now. What are you finding in the community?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the pandemic with wondering when the end is coming has been difficult for everyone. I mean, it's a natural human reaction to be having distress around what's been going on for the last 9 or 10 months, and to feel isolated and anxious and a little bit down. Certainly all of those are normal responses to a very abnormal event.
So what are some of the best coping mechanisms are there coping mechanisms for what we're going through?
Well, we can't change the pandemic, unfortunately, but we can change how we react to it and how we structure our days and our time. So one of my first tips would be make sure that you structure your days so that work starts, work ends, that you have kind of a routine, a schedule, and structure, because it's so easy when you're working from home to have sort of work time blend into personal time, blend into sleeping time, and you don't really have those specific times when you're taking care of yourself. So make sure you stop work, have your meal, do your exercise, turn off the electronics at a reasonable time so that you can wind down and get to sleep. Definitely try to do things that you enjoy that are good coping for you in the past. So for example, that could be exercise, or you could try a new exercise, yoga or meditation, something calming. And then finally, make sure that you structure social interaction time as well. So make sure you schedule those Zooms with your friends and family or phone calls, so that you're not isolating too much.
Okay, this is everything that I have not been doing, and so I'm looking forward to putting it into practice. How do we know when it's time to call for help?
Definitely the responses that we're all having are normal, but if you start to experience things that are beyond the norm for you, for example, not being able to sleep, significant changes in your appetite, depression or anxiety all day, most days, having trouble getting out of bed, or really overindulging in alcohol or any kind of drugs, that really starts to interfere with your regular daily functioning, whether it's work or, taking care of the family or whatever it is. Or if you find yourself isolating significantly from others, then that's the time when it's really important to think about reaching out for help. And certainly if there are any kinds of suicidal or self-harming type thoughts or behaviors, that's the time for an immediate crisis intervention.
It's an amazing resource, Best Self.
Help is there, and it's available, and it's easy, and we all need it.
Some great advice to help us all cope right now. You can also contact Best Self Behavioral Health. All the information you need is right there for you on the screen.